The time of gathering is during the fall time, around the end of August, beginning of September. A long time ago, the people used to have a runner, and the runner would go up and check on the pine nuts to tell them when the harvest is ready. The runner will pick a green cone and open it up to see what color the pine nuts are. If they're a real light brown, you know that it needs more time to grow. And if it's a dark pine nut in there, then that's the time to hurry up and get up there and start harvesting your pine nuts. The people would also watch the sagebrush, the rabbit brush. When it would turn yellow, that would also tell them that it was time to go and pick the pine nuts. The advantages of getting the green cones is it allows you to cook it underground. It allows you to use that old method, and it automatically steams them and gives it a nice flavor, a lot better flavor than what you would cook on the stove. The advantages of getting them in the green cone also is you have more time, and it allows you more time to get more of the pine nuts. The sun, the heat will eventually open them up. When the cones open, you would go get your tarp or blankets or whatever you have, place it under the tree, and hit the tree with your pine nut pole, your eye hole, which is the straight stick and also a stick with the hook on the end. Each one is used for two different purposes. One, the hook pole is used to hook onto the branches and shake or pull the pine cones down. The straight poles is mostly just for hitting them down if they're out on the branch. And you would hit them and watch them fall down on the tarps.
It's happening. They're coming. There's little cones coming out. There's pine nuts flying.
Okay. They would also climb the trees, and they would use the caboto, which is a small burden basket they would place up in the branches. And the men would throw all these pine cones, the green pine cones, in these baskets, and then hand them down, and they would fill up a kurusi, which is the big burden baskets. The women would use the kurusi, and they would carry this on their back. The men would use the mago'o, the sack. The sack would be made out of deer hide. Nowadays you would use a gunny sack or pillowcase, whatever you could get. Gunny sacks are usually easier to handle. For the kurusi, you could use a trash can, a bucket, whatever you had on hand. After knocking the open pine cones out of the wakova, the pine nut tree, any remaining pine nuts in the cone could be knocked out later with a stick.